That's fire. What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with another one. We have Dono Day. Today and tomorrow is Dono Night, so we're doing nothing but donos. And we're going to start off with this dono. I got the name here. Don't even worry about it. I got so much names in my head that my head hurt. This is from April. Not January, not February. Not March, but April. Shout out to you, April, for the dono. And we're going to listen to Inside Loving You. It's a little Elvis snip of a documentary, I believe it is. Of, I think, the song or the movie, maybe. A movie that he did, Loving You, I guess is the name of the movie. Inside Loving You. So they're pretty much going deep inside Elvis's part in that thing. I believe. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. You see the book. Shout out to Miss Sally for sending out her book to me. If you guys have not yet, please go check out that book. This Destined to Die Young. It's going into Elvis's history of his health, pretty much, and all the medications and everything that he had to be taking consistently just to bear with the sicknesses that he did have. So I can't wait to get into the book. I'm on one Elvis book right now. I'm almost done with that one. As soon as I'm done with that one, I'm gonna jump on Destined to Die Young. I'm starting this reading thing, so I can't read multiple books at the same time. I get confused. But I'm gonna get to that one as soon as I'm done with the other one. I'm almost done with the other one too. So it's amazing. I love reading, and especially knowledge about Elvis Presley. That's why I like doing these type of reactions. These type of reactions is showing me who the artist was, not just that he could sing. We all know he could sing. We all know he is phenomenal when he's on that stage, when he's dancing and moving them hips. We all know that. But let's get to know who's inside of those hips that are moving back and forth. In order for you to critique a person, you have to know the person. Cannot critique a person without having the proper information, especially when the information is out there and it's free. I ain't gonna understand it. You guys are not gonna understand it. I think Federico understands it. Huh? I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of that. Federico, cut the beat. You guys like it now? You guys can see everything now? Everything's good. I'm going to get little spotlights inside of there so you can see what's inside. It's a beautiful painting. We got both the Cadillacs, the pink and the purple. Elvis Presley. It is on you. Let's go. All right. On November 15, 1956, Elvis Presley film debut premiered in New York City. Shout out to New York.
I don't know whether you noticed the column the other day. They predict that Elvis Presley will be another James Dean. Now, have you heard that?
I've heard something about it, but I would never compare myself in any way to James Dean, because James Dean was a genius in acting. Although I'll say that I sure would like to. I mean, I guess there's a lot of actors in Hollywood that would like to have had the ability that James Dean had. But I would never compare myself with James Dean in any way.
Now, if you
look at the humbleness of this man. Elvis had all the ingredients to be a cocky mofo. He had all the ingredients in the world. Every single woman wanted to be with him, and every single man wanted to be him. So he had all the ingredients to be really bad. No matter how famous he got, he was always humble about himself. He would never compare himself to him. He knows who's better than him. This man just loves to sing. He just loves the music. He just wants to do it. and get his parents out of the ghetto. In the ghetto. He could have easily been there. James Dean wishes he was me. We could have easily said that. But he didn't. It shows character. At that stage of his career, it shows character what type of person he was. I'm going to point it out to you guys throughout. And we got another interview after this. I'm going to do a couple in the middle. And then the last video that I'm going to do tonight is going to be another thing of Elvis, of one of his backup singers. An interview, Miss Aline, that was the one that showed me that one. She said, go ahead, try that one real quick. This is for you guys out there that seem not to get it through your head. This is Elvis Presley. Everything that you heard about him is all crazy gossip that a bunch of haters be saying to discredit the career of a legend. Elvis Presley. Better respect this man.
Actors in Hollywood that would like to have had the ability that James Dean had.
Right.
But I would never compare myself with James Dean in any way.
Now, if you had your choice, would you prefer to be an actor than to be a singing entertainer?
If I were a good actor, of course I'm not a good singer, but if I were a good actor, I think that I would like it a little better. Although, if I ever break into the acting completely, I'll still continue my singing. I'll still continue making records.
One day I ran into Hal Wallace, for whom I had done a number of pictures, and he said, I'd like you to come over to the studio and look at a screen test I made of somebody. I said, who was it? He said, Elvis Presley. I said, come on, you've got to be kidding. He said, just come and see the screen test. I went over the following day, sat alone in a projection room, and watched about 15 minutes of film that the man had done, in which he did a scene from The Rainmaker, or one of Hal's previous pictures. And he just astonished me. He was so good.
I've never kissed a bear, I've never kissed a goon, but I can shake a chicken in the middle of the room and have a party.
You can shake a chicken where? In the middle of the where? Elvis, why are you shaking chickens like that, man? Okay. Excuse me, sir.
Never kissed a goon, but I can shake a chicken in the middle of the room and have a party. Let's have a party.
Hal Wallace sent me to Memphis, Tennessee to meet Elvis in person and to talk about the show, but also to see him in action and to learn as much about his method of operation as I possibly could, and eventually to incorporate some of what I had learned in the film itself, because I had not only written the screenplay, I was now to direct it. When the word got out, I began getting phone calls at my house. I got a number of telephone calls from people who said, how dare you put this instrument of the devil on our screen.
What? Instrument of who? That dehydrated me. How dare they say something like that? How dare you put the instrument of the devil in this Wow, this just shows how ignorant people are, man. This is nothing new. This Elvis hate is nothing new. Elvis was having hate from the beginning to now. It's almost unnatural not to have Elvis hate, because it's been happening since this man put his lips on mics. People need to, I don't know, man. People are weird. People are absolutely weird, man. I don't understand it.
Dare you put this instrument of the devil on our screen.
I will spend my whole life through loving you, just loving you. Winter, summer, springtime.
Miss Scott, was a real movie star.
So this is the first movie that Elvis was top billing, which means he was the star of the show. He was the main character in the whole show. So this on the whole movie. So this is his first movie that he was a top dog. Oh. Go ahead, Elvis.
Summer, springtime.
Liz Scott was a real movie star. Wendell Corey. And then they introduced me to this young man whom I greeted, and he said, how do you do, Miss Dolores? He said, my name is Elvis Presley. And I said, well, what do you do? It was great fun because it gave me the opportunity to discover what a great talent.
That took one take. It's just one take to do that. It is Elvis Presley. He could have played for the Yankees if he wanted to. I'm just saying.
It gave me the opportunity to discover what a great talent he had.
Oh, no, honestly, dude, I can't.
Oh, go ahead, lady. Your husband will show you how.
Husband?
I went to every shot where he was singing just to hear him. Even if I wasn't in the shot, I wanted to be there on stage.
Well, I always...
She had a little infatuation for our boy. Huh? I guarantee she was so excited because there's so many kissing scenes in this movie. I almost can guarantee it. She added like 4 more.
In the shot, I wanted to be there on stage.
Will I always be a lonesome cowboy?
Look at the women. What's he doing to them?
Every girl, I can tell you.
I found out he was as good as they said.
Right. Cowboy.
The fun thing about Elvis was his entourage. He never came on the set except with his entourage. It was all so funny to me because I never understood why someone needed an entourage. But he was fascinating to work with because he had a photographic mind. He came in prepared every day, and he had these eyes.
I am just a lonesome
They were just so fascinating. They absolutely mesmerized me. So often that I just have to say, hey, Liz, wake up. This is a scene you're shooting.
And I'm never coming home.
What's your number, honey? I'll call you.
Excuse me! Oh, that was not for you, young lady. Look at Elvis. Excuse me. What are you saying? That was not even part of the script. That girl just came out and said it. She just spoke her heart. That's all. She was feeling certain way. You can't stand like that with your pelvis out. Your pelvic bone out like that. And you're crotching all these girls' faces and not expect her to jump up and say something like that, Elvis. You just can't. You knew exactly what was going to happen. That girl is crazy.
And I'm never coming home.
What's your number, honey? I'll call you.
I'm scared again. I'm real scared. I'm running and crawling scared.
Dick, you have no reason to be scared.
If you ever had to do a scene with him,
I'll help you.
You'd be somewhat taken aback.
I think he had tremendous natural ability.
11 years ago, the night the home burned, when everybody was milling around and yelling, well, I ran away. I ran all night, and the next morning I found myself in here. I was all alone, Miss Glenda.
Hold on, man. He is good. I want to hug this motherfucker. For real, want to hug him. It's going to be okay. He is really good. Holy moly donut shop. Hold on, Mr. Elvis.
I ran all night, and the next morning I found myself in here. I was all alone, Miss Glenda. And the one thing I needed was friends.
One of the things he said to me without reading the script, this is the first evening we were there, he said, "Do I have to smile much in the picture?" And I said, "What do you mean smile?" He said, "Well, does it call for me to smile?" And I said, "Well, just offhand, Elvis, I can't recall where it says in the script he smiles. That all comes out of the same when we stage it, when we start working. Why do you ask a question like that?" He said, "Well, I've been studying the films of some big stars. I've been looking at Jim Dean, whom we worship, and Marlon Brando, and Humphrey Bogart." He says, "and I noticed that they never smile." He said, "That's what makes women excited, the fact that they never smile. And I don't want to smile if I don't have to." He said, "Because if you save your smiles, then when you do smile, you really got them."
Elvis over here with the tricks of the trade. What's wrong? Elvis, you can't think that way. But that's smart. It's a fact. If you keep on giving people the same stuff over and over again, they're going to get sick of it eventually. And eventually they're going to get sick of it. And that's when you put on that charm. And bow. Elvis knew what he was doing, man. Elvis not a dummy. He's not a dummy.
You save your smiles, then when you do smile, you really got them.
Oh, let me be, oh, let it be your teddy bear. I just want to be your teddy bear.
They said that.
Oh, I need somebody to send me that video to that clip, that exact clip right there for the whole song. I've heard the song many a times. Uncle Jesse, Michelle, will could be. Oh, teddy bear. I know the song. I haven't seen that video though. I want to see it. I want to see it immediately and right away.
I just want to be your teddy bear.
What was that
They
twirl?
said the first day's shooting would be the last scene in the picture, which I discovered that Hollywood does that. Yeah, and this was the big kiss. So Hal Cantor gave us a description of how to do it, so you keep your eyes from making shadows on one another's face and so on. And he said, and I will say roll them and cut when it's finished. So he says, roll them, and we go into the clinch. And suddenly, within 3 seconds, he says, cut. And I thought, what could I have done wrong in that 3 seconds? But he came over and he said, Wally Westmore, that was the makeup man, would you please come over and put something on her ears? They're turning red.
As the moon that's big and...
Elvis! What Elvis doing to them girls out there, man? She's a professional actress. She over here turning all types of colors, man. Because my man, you kissing Elvis. That girl couldn't wait. She knew it was going to happen. Moist.
Ears, they're turning red.
As the moon that's big and bright.
Vernon and Gladys came to Hollywood, I guess, for the first time. Now I have an idea. When we do the big show scene, why don't we put your folks in the audience? He said they'd love it. Let's do that. And that's how they got into the picture.
Look at his mama.
I thought this is a...
Oh, look at his mama. Look at his mama right there. Look, I love that. That is amazing. That right there filled my heart up with a lot of joy and happiness. Look at his mama in the middle of the scene. He's dancing. His mama over here clapping for her boy. Oh, that is so awesome.
In the audience, he said they'd love it. Let's do that. And that's how they got into the picture.
I thought this is a boy who has had a good mother, who's taught him the values of his Christian life. And I was right, because when you hear him sing the gospel songs,
I'd rather do it with.
Excuse me?
There's just something about his sex appeal, I guess you'd say, but the eyes particularly. There was something so seductive about those eyes.
Okay, man, let's take it from the top.
Relax.
I will spend my whole life through loving you, just loving you. Winter, summer,
I often wonder why the Lord gave me such an opportunity to audition for Elvis. There were so many of us in line that day, and I just can't believe that I got the part.
oh, what I do. You know that I'll always be loving you, just you, and if I'm seen with
I never felt I was leaving Hollywood. I never felt I was leaving anything that I was given.
I'll be faithful, I'll be true, always true.
The Abbey was like a grace of God that just entered my life in a way that was totally unexpected. And God was the vehicle. He was the bigger Elvis.
You know that
I was ready to become a nun, man. This is just prime example of when Elvis comes into your life, he changes it in an instant. Imagine where would I be if I would have met Elvis 20 years ago.
Bigger Elvis.
you know that I'll always be loving you.
That was amazing. April, shout out to you, April, for this wonderful, wonderful little clip of an Elvis story, of what happened, those people that were in the acting part of Elvis's life. That was amazing. I love that. I can't wait to the one that we hear one of Elvis's backup singers talk. They had an interview with her and they asked some Elvis questions and stuff. So I can't wait to get to that one. That's the last one of the night. I am going to be going live. The live that I'm going to be doing is just going to be an hour. I'm going to be going live for an hour. And we're just going to go take a sneak peek back into the beginning of our reactions before we hit 100,000 subscribers, because we're getting very, very close. So we're only going to have an hour. So I'm going to play a couple of my older stuff, like real, like in the very, very beginning, just to see the growth of the page, and then pretty much show how you guys helped get me where I'm at right now. I started it in a car doing my reaction videos. So from going to a car to having this because of you guys, it's freaking amazing. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I got a lot more coming. I'm gonna talk to you guys in a minute. Peace.
Perfect.